Greetings and welcome to Embrace the Web, Fascia Awareness and Yin Yoga Practice. I am so grateful and delighted to have you join me here today as we embark on a journey to explore the world of fascia and its profound connection to the practice of Yin Yoga. So tonight, I'm going to delve into the intricate web of connective tissue known as fascia, unraveling some of its mysteries and hopefully helping you understand its significance in the practice of Yin Yoga. We'll also explore how the gentle practice of Yin Yoga can effectively target the fascia, promoting flexibility, mobility, and overall vitality. So let's take a brief overview of our agenda. We'll have a brief introduction, which we're in the introduction now, kicking off with a warm welcome to this topic. Hopefully providing an overview of what fascia is and why it matters in the context of Yin Yoga. We will discuss what is fascia. In this section, we'll delve into the definition, its structure, composition, and its crucial role in supporting the body's movement and function. We'll talk about fascia in Yin Yoga and explore how Yin Yoga specifically targets the fascia with an in-depth discussion of the principles and practice of Yin Yoga and its effect on fascial health. We'll also talk about working with fascia in Yin Yoga and examine the benefits of incorporating fascial awareness into our Yin Yoga practice, both on a physical and emotional level. And hopefully we'll be able to highlight its potential for holistic healing and transformation. And then I'll also share some practical tips and techniques for integrating fascial awareness into your Yin Yoga practice. And then we'll have, once completed, a brief time for Q&A. And then a brief closing. So I hope that you find this informative, inspiring, and enriching. So let's embark on this exploration with open hearts and curious minds, ready to deepen our understanding and appreciation of the wisdom that is held within our bodies. So fascia is the intricate network of connective tissue that envelops and interconnects every part of our body. It holds profound significance in the practice of Yin Yoga. So we will explore the essential role of fascia and why it is a focal point in Yin Yoga practice. Fascia serves as the body's scaffolding, providing support, structure, and stability to muscles, bones, organs, and nerves. It acts as a communication network, transmitting mechanical forces and sensory information throughout the body, while also facilitating movement and maintaining optimal posture and alignment. In Yin Yoga, fascia plays a central role in how we approach each posture. Through the practice of Yin Yoga, we can effectively stimulate and nourish the fascia, promoting flexibility, mobility, and overall vitality. By holding poses for extended periods in a relaxed and passive manner, we encourage the release of tension, adhesions, and energetic blockages that may be stored within. So furthermore, Yin Yoga offers a unique opportunity to cultivate mindfulness, presence, and inner awareness as we explore the sensations and subtle shifts within our bodies during each pose. This heightened body awareness not only enhances the physical benefits of the practice, but it also fosters a deeper connection to ourselves and it promotes emotional healing and transformation. So, in essence, understanding the significance of fascia in Yin Yoga allows us to appreciate the profound interplay between the physical body, the energetic subtle body, our breath, and mind, offering a pathway to greater harmony, balance, and well being. So, as we delve deeper into this topic, let's embrace that wisdom that's held within our fascia and honor its role in supporting our journey towards wholeness and vitality. So, what is fascia? Fascia is a complex network of connective tissues that surrounds and permeates nearly every structure in the body, including muscles, bones, nerves, blood vessels, and organs. And if you look at the image on the screen, you can see this web-like structure that is the fascia. It consists of collagen fibers, elastin fibers, and other proteins arranged in a three-dimensional matrix that provides support, protection, and structure to the body. Fascia plays a crucial role in maintaining the integrity and function of the musculoskeletal system. It helps transmit mechanical forces generated by muscle contractions, supports proper posture and alignment, and facilitates movement by allowing muscles to glide smoothly over one another. Additionally, fascia acts as a sensory organ containing a rich network of nerve endings that transmit information about touch, pressure, and movement to the brain. This sensory feedback helps coordinate movement, regulate muscle tone, and contribute to our overall sense of body awareness and proprioception. Understanding the structure and function of fascia is essential for optimizing movement, preventing injury, and promoting overall well-being. So now we're moving on to the structure and composition of fascia. And now if you look here, this is an actual close-up image photograph. Whereas in the previous slide, we had kind of like a drawing. Here, it is an actual image. And if you look closely at the webbing, you can see that they almost look like tubes and they are filled with a fluid. So the structure and composition of the fascia are fascinating and they're intricate, reflecting the fascia's multifaceted role in supporting and connecting various structures within the body. Fascia is a dense, fibrous connective tissue that forms a continuous network throughout the body, enveloping and interconnecting muscles, bones, nerves, blood vessels, and organs, which is why we referred to it as a scaffolding, because this intricate webbing is found throughout. So if you can picture a scaffolding on a building, that's basically what it looks like. So this structure. Fascia exists in various forms and layers throughout the body, each with distinct characteristics and functions. But even though this is true, it is all connected. So it just varies through the layers, but it's still all like one, it's all one structure. So the superficial fascia, which you can see here, is located just beneath the skin. And this serves as a protective layer, and it contains a variable amount of adipose tissue or fat cells. It provides insulation, cushioning, and support to the skin above and to the underlying structures. Now, the deep fascia surrounds the muscles, the groups of muscles, and the muscle compartments, forming strong fibrous sheets that help maintain muscle shape and integrity. Deep fascia also contains neurovascular bundles, including blood vessels and nerves, which supply nutrients and innervate the surrounding tissue. And then we have the visceral fascia, which is at the organ level. And it surrounds organs and visceral structures, providing support and anchorage while allowing for mobility and organ function. It's highly vascularized and innervated, facilitating communication between organs and the central nervous system. So we had already discussed how fascia does serve as a communication system with our central nervous system. So let's take a closer look at the deep fascia. And you can see here, I'm sorry. So the deep fascia is the myofascial. And so we're going to look at that. And it is made up of three components: the epimysium, the paramysium, and the endomysium. So we can look at it here. You can see the epimysium is the outer layer. So it's the fascia that surrounds the outside part of the muscle. The paramysium, so you can see, I started on the outside, I should start on the inside. So there are these smaller muscle fibers, and they are all surrounded by fascia or endomysium layers. And then those little fibers are wrapped into bundles. And those bundles, you can see here, is the paramysium. So that's the second layer of or the type of myofascial tissue that it is surrounded by. And then those are held in even larger bundles held by epimysium. So here we can look at another diagram that breaks it down in a little bit different way. And so you can think of it as an orange. Thomas Myers, who's the author of Anatomy Trains, refers to it, or he uses the analogy of an orange. Really, you can use any citrus fruit, right? And so you can see here these tiny little, they're like little juice sacs. So that would be surrounded by one layer. And then these little sacs are separated into segments in the orange, which those segments are surrounded by yet another layer. And then they're all held together in the orange by yet another layer. Right? So this outside layer just beneath the rind, which you could, is like the, let's look at this. So it's like the epimysium. And then these parts that hold together the segments, you can equate to the endomysium. I'm sorry, to the paramysium. And then these tiny little sacs, the structure that holds them together, you can equate to the endomysium. And so the components of the fascia are cells, fibers, and ground substances. So the cells are what create it all. The fibers or the cells are what make it all, right? The fibers and the ground substances. And then the actual components of the actual fascia or the connective tissue are collagen and elastin fibers, fibroblasts, and hyaluronic acid. Excuse me. So the collagen fibers, which you can look at this illustration here, we have the ground substance, the protein fibers, and then the cellular structures. So I want to focus on the collagen, the elastin, just these little lines here, and the ground substances. So the collagen fibers provide strength and structural integrity to the fascia, allowing it to withstand tension and mechanical forces. And by mechanical forces, I'm referring to really just the movement, right? That's the mechanical force. The actual movement of the arm or the leg or whatever body part. The collagen fibers are arranged in a parallel or wavy pattern, depending on the location and function of the fascia. So you can see here the collagen. And then the elastin fibers impart elasticity and flexibility to the fascia, enabling it to stretch and recoil in response to the movement. And that recoiling is what happens during the rebound. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So these fibers, and you can see it's these thin ones here. You can see them throughout. They are interspersed among the collagen fibers and contribute to the overall resilience and dynamic properties of the fascial network. And then we have the ground substances. So the ground substance is a gel-like matrix that fills the spaces between the collagen and elastin fibers. It consists of water and other molecules, providing lubrication, hydration, and support to the fascial tissues, which in turn facilitates movement and nutrient exchange. So we'll take a little bit of a closer look at the function. So the fascial system serves several important functions in the body. Support and stability. Fascia provides structural support and stability to muscles, bones, and organs, helping to maintain proper posture and alignment. So we discussed that before, kind of like a scaffolding in a building. Fascia transmits mechanical forces generated by muscle contractions and movement throughout the body, facilitating coordinated movement patterns. And it also acts as a protective barrier, shielding internal structures from injury and trauma. So now we come to the sensory perception, which is what makes it a big communicator, right? It contains a rich network of sensory receptors, which transmit information about touch, pressure, and movement to the brain or the central nervous system, which contributes to our sense of body awareness and proprioception. So, because of that transmission of information, we know when our arm is up, or when we turn our head, we've turned our head. We know that because of that communication. And then there's the fluid dynamics. So the fascia plays a role in fluid dynamics within the body, including lymphatic drainage, interstitial fluid flow, and nutrient exchange, which supports tissue health and homeostasis. So overall, the structure and composition of fascia reflects its dynamic and multifunctional nature, highlighting its integral role in supporting movement, maintaining structural integrity, and promoting overall health and well-being within the body. So now I want to touch on the importance of fascia for movement, posture, and overall well-being, because it cannot be stressed enough. Fascia serves as a vital component of the body's structural framework, providing support, stability, and mobility to muscles, bones, and organs. So I want to go over a brief breakdown of its significance. So, support and stability. Fascia forms a continuous network that surrounds and interconnects muscles, bones, and organs, providing a supportive framework that helps maintain structural integrity and stability. So, by distributing the mechanical forces evenly throughout the body, fascia plays a crucial role in supporting posture and alignment during movement and just the regular activities of daily living. Which brings us to movement coordination. Fascia acts as a dynamic interface between muscles, allowing for coordinated movement patterns and efficient energy transfer. So, by transmitting the mechanical forces that are generated by muscle contractions, fascia facilitates smooth and fluid movement, enabling us to perform a wide range of physical activities with ease and also with precision. Which brings us to flexibility and mobility. Fascia is highly adaptable and responsive to movement and mechanical stimuli. It possesses both elastic and plastic properties, allowing it to stretch, recoil, and remodel in response to changes in muscle length, joint range of motion, and other external forces. Healthy fascia supports optimal flexibility and mobility, enabling us to move freely without restriction. Our postural support. Fascia plays a crucial role in maintaining proper posture and alignment by providing structural support to our spine and pelvis and other key anatomical landmarks. So, by stabilizing and aligning these structures, fascia helps prevent postural imbalances, muscular compensations, and related musculoskeletal injuries. Now, what is very interesting about fascia is its role in pain management. So, dysfunction or adhesions within the fascial network can contribute to pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility. So, by addressing restrictions or tensions in the fascia through movement, manual therapy, or other therapeutic interventions, individuals can experience relief from chronic pain, uh, improve range of motion, and enhance overall well being. So, this is one of the things that happens in your Yin Yoga practice. That movement in the Yin Yoga practice is what's going to help with that. And then the emotional and energetic balance. Fascia contains a rich network of sensory receptors, including proprioceptors and mechanoreceptors, which transmit information about touch, pressure, and movement to the brain. So, this sensory feedback not only supports movement coordination, but it also influences our perception of body awareness, our emotional state, and our energetic balance. So, by cultivating awareness and mindfulness within the fascial system, individuals can foster greater emotional resilience, stress management, and mind body integration. Fascia plays a multifaceted role in supporting movement, posture, and overall well being. So, by maintaining healthy fascial tissue through movement like Yin Yoga and other mindful practices and body work, individuals can or practitioners can optimize their physical function, enhance their quality of life, and promote long term vitality. So, fascia in Yin Yoga. Yin Yoga is a gentle and introspective style of yoga. It is rooted in ancient yogic traditions and Taoist philosophy. So, Yin Yoga emphasizes the principles of stillness and mindfulness, um, a journey inward to explore the subtle realms of your body, breath, and your mind. So, and that comes from both traditions. So, the yogic traditions come from Hatha Yoga, um, and also Taoist yoga. But then it also is rooted in traditional Chinese medicine or TCM. So it has these two traditions that influence the actual practice. So, one of the characteristics of yin yoga is holding poses for an extended period of time, typically ranging from 1 to 5 minutes or even longer. And during this time, the muscles must remain relaxed so that that focus shifts to the deeper connective tissues or the fascia that surround and support our muscles and joints. By holding these poses for longer durations, we gently traction and compress the fascia, stimulating its hydration and promoting elasticity and resilience. So, yin yoga also encourages practitioners to explore a gentle edge of comfort or edge of sensation within each pose. So, that means that practitioners find a balance between the sensation in their bodies during the pose and stillness. So, this stillness and edge of comfort allows for a more deep release of tension and tightness that's held within the fascia. Um, and it also helps cultivate mindfulness and body awareness so that we as practitioners can observe the subtle shifts and sensations that arise from a place of detachment. Breath awareness is another fundamental aspect, which again comes from that mindfulness that we are practicing during the yin yoga practice. So, by maintaining a steady and relaxed breath throughout each pose, we create a sense of calm, relaxation, and presence, which helps soothe the nervous system and quiet the mind. It's what helps allow us to reach that parasympathetic nervous system. The breath is like an anchor that helps guide us deeper into that present moment, um, which allows for a deeper connection to ourselves and to our bodies. And so, this is also one of the things that help us outside of the practice. These are the things that stay with us after we're finished with our practice. It's what we take off the mat. So a little bit about the Ayurvedic traditions. It is rooted in the ancient yogic traditions of Hatha Yoga, which emphasizes the balance of opposing forces within the body and mind. Hatha Yoga incorporates physical postures or asanas, breathwork or pranayama, and meditation techniques to promote health, balance, and spiritual awakening. So in Yin Yoga, practitioners explore these principles through the practice of long-held poses and mindful breath awareness, which ultimately helps cultivate a deeper sense of inner balance and harmony. Now, the Taoist tradition, Yin Yoga also draws inspiration from Taoist philosophy, particularly from the concepts of yin and yang. So in Taoism, yin and yang represent not necessarily opposing, but complementary and interconnected forces that govern the universe. Yin qualities are associated with stillness, receptivity, and introspection, while the yang qualities embody activity, strength, and outward expression. So in Yin Yoga, we are focusing on that stillness, receptivity, and introspection to help cultivate a more receptive and yielding attitude toward the present moment. And then the other influence on Yin Yoga is traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, which views the body as a holistic system, which is governed by the flow of vital energy, or qi, through channels known as meridians. So in Yin Yoga, practitioners target specific meridians and energy centers, or acupressure points, through the practice of long-held poses, stimulating the flow of qi and promoting overall health and well-being. So it's when you're targeting these acupressure points where there may be energetic blockages that you're really targeting the emotional releases and the emotional and subtle energetic body healing. And then also, the Yin Yoga poses are named a little bit differently from other types of yoga, often named after the animals or elements from TCM, reflecting the interconnectedness of the body, mind, and nature. So working with fascia in Yin Yoga. Through the practice of Yin Yoga, practitioners can experience a myriad of physical, mental, and emotional benefits. Physical benefits include increased flexibility and mobility, improved circulation and hydration of fascial tissues, and the release of tension and adhesions in the fascia. So, the physical benefits promote increased flexibility and mobility by gently stimulating the deeper connective tissues of the body, including the fascia, ligaments, and tendons. The prolonged holds in the Yin Yoga poses encourage enhanced circulation and blood flow to the fascial tissues, promoting nutrient delivery and waste removal. So by gently stimulating and compressing the fascia, Yin Yoga stimulates the flow of the synovial fluid, which is the lubricating substance that helps hydrate and nourish the connective tissue, enhancing the resilience and elasticity of the fascia. So the Yin Yoga poses target areas of tension and adhesions within the fascial network, facilitating the release of the accumulated stress and tightness. So through this process, practitioners can soften the fascia, reducing stiffness, discomfort, and restrictions in movement. So this practice offers a holistic approach to promoting fascial health, supporting optimal flexibility, circulation, and tissue hydration while also releasing tension and adhesions. So, next we move on to the mental benefits. So, Yin Yoga can provide an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness, presence, and inner awareness. By observing the sensations and fluctuations of the breath and body um, from a detached place, practitioners can quiet the chatter of the mind, reduce stress and anxiety, and cultivate a deep sense of calm and relaxation, which then leads us to the emotional benefits. Um, because you are exploring the subtle realms of emotions and energy held within the body, you can release emotional tension, cultivate self compassion, and foster greater emotional resilience and balance. The TCM, again, like I mentioned before, really helps with these emotional benefits because by targeting these um, energetic blockages through the asanas, by targeting the fascia um, and releasing those blockages, and then allowing your body to go back um, during the repose or the rebound, you really help with the emotional release, which then gives you that emotional benefit. Um, so that is one of, that is the holistic or a holistic benefit of Yin Yoga. But I really just want to go into the mental and emotional a little bit more. So the stress reduction and relaxation we touched upon already. We are creating a gentle and nurturing space during our Yin Yoga practice um, that allows the practitioner to unwind and release the tension that's held within the body and the mind. And because Yin Yoga has that slow pace, and because it's combined with that deep diaphragmatic breathing, it helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is what ultimately promotes a state of relaxation and calmness, which can help alleviate the mental stressors and promote deep relaxation. Um, it also helps with the cultivation of mindfulness and body awareness. Yin Yoga encourages this by inviting us to tune into the present moment and be an observer without attachment to the sensations that are occurring in our bodies, to the thoughts that are occurring in our heads or brains, to the emotions that are arising within us during the practice. So we are able to develop a deeper understanding of our body's needs and limitations um, through that detached observation. So we can cultivate mindfulness and body awareness on the mat that we can then carry off the mat into our daily lives, which in turn helps us navigate challenges with clarity and resilience. And then the promotion of the emotional release and healing. So not only have we created a supportive and safe environment through the Yin Yoga practice for our emotional release, but we are also, like I mentioned before, targeting certain areas through TCM to release those blockages so that we can then heal. So you can kind of think of the asana as, or the pose as, the time when you are targeting those blockages. And then the rebound is when you are able to heal. And then, I would like to offer some practical tips and techniques. Begin each Yin Yoga session or practice by setting a mindful intention to cultivate awareness and connection with yourself, with the fascial tissues, so that you can explore the sensations and subtle shifts within your body and really develop your mindfulness. Gentle warm-ups are great for preparing your body and your mind for deeper stretching, relaxation, and healing. Long-held poses. You can choose your poses based on the areas that you want to target to release blockages, energetic blockages. Prop support. So propping is really key here when working with the fascia. That is what's going to keep you safe. That, along with that edge of comfort. So you're going to use those props to keep you in that safe space of the edge of comfort, which is going to be around 50% of your capacity. You don't want to go over that. Explorative movement. You can explore subtle movements within your practice to gently traction the fascial tissues and compress the fascial tissues. You can experiment with micro movements to awaken and release that tension within the fascia. And then there's breath awareness. You use slow, deep diaphragmatic breathing during your practice to facilitate that relaxation and also to encourage the flow of prana or ki, or the life force energy throughout your body, which is also going to help with release those energy blockages and those emotional releases. The mind-body connection. You are cultivating a deeper sense of connection between your mind and body during the practice. So by tuning into the sensations in your body and noticing areas of tension or resistance with a certain detachment, you can respond with compassion and create a real sense of presence. And the modifications. You can modify your yin yoga poses as you need, which again, this is where propping helps as well, because all of our bodies are unique. So these props and modifications or alternative poses are going to help you find that edge of comfort, so that you can safely sustain each pose for the amount of time that you're in the pose. And then the rest and integration. So there is the rebound in between each asana or in between each pose, which gives time for the body and your mind to absorb the benefits of the practice. So not just your physical body, but your subtle energetic body as well. again, helping with those releases of the energy blockages so that you can take these benefits off of the mat and integrate them into your daily life. And then the last tip would be self reflection. Take time after your practice to reflect on your experience and any insight that arose during the practice. So I like to journal. Not always, but a lot of the time, I will journal after my practice to keep track of the things that are going on, not just in my body, but mentally and emotionally as well. So I hope that by incorporating these tips and techniques into your Yin Yoga practice, um, it will help you deepen your fascial awareness, and it will also help promote relaxation and release, um, not just within your body, but not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. And so I want to thank you again for joining me for this informative workshop on fascia. Um, and I want to thank you for your presence and participation. I am so incredibly grateful for your support. Um, and so I just want to say that it was a great pleasure to share my insights and experiences with you. And I hope that you found this information informative, valuable, and inspiring. So, again, thank you so much for being a part of this journey. I am so deeply grateful for your presence, and I look forward to connecting with you again in the future.